What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive, and welcome to the next Theorycraft video. So, the other day in the channel, someone was asking me about some sort of system to be able to say, okay, where was that attack on this specific base, whether it be the general or Sudoku or whatever. Say, hey, I know that I saw this attack on that base. I want to go back and reference it. And I guess the goal would be to duplicate the attack and to get the 3-star. And when it was said to me, I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. I should do something along those lines. And then a clanmate even asked me, hey, I remember Shu or someone did this attack, and I couldn't remember where it was at, and wanted to go back and look at it, and I couldn't remember either. So I thought, man, I got to do something like that. And then I started thinking about it, and I pretty quickly actually came to the conclusion that that was a bad idea, that I would not be helping you guys as much as I would actually be hurting you if I gave some sort of quick way for you to access those videos and to regurgitate that attack. And I'll explain what I mean by that. I'm sure you guys have you've been to school, you know the difference between learning something and between memorizing something. Probably most of what y'all did, like I did in school, was memorization. You had a test, you looked at your notes, you memorized them, you regurgitated them, and if someone was to ask you a week later any of those questions, the chances of you remembering any of those questions was almost nothing. There was almost no chance of that happening. And that's because you memorized it, you didn't learn it. I feel like the same would probably apply for this. If I gave you guys that quick reference guide and you went back to it and you tried to duplicate the attack, get the 3-star, then have you really taken the time to learn why the attack was successful, to learn why the attacker, whether it be myself or someone from the clan, why they did what they did? Why did they deploy their troops on this side? Why did they bring this troop composition? Why did they bring this spell setup? I think I'd be doing you guys a disservice. I think when you watch one of the videos, whether it be a live attack or the replay or a base breakdown, your goal should be to learn why and to learn it, not memorize it, not prepare for your next test, to regurgitate, because every base is different. Even if it's the same setup, people will move their traps. They will move a building or two, and that can have a dramatic effect on what your troops do and how they move and how they react and the outcome of the attack. So if you are simply regurgitating my latest or the latest general attack, what if it's not the same general layout and you're trying to do it the same way because that's the way Jake 3-starred the general? One, you might not get the 2-star, or excuse me, the 3-star, and two, again, you've not taken home the lesson, and it's not going to be something that you're going to remember for when the next time you attack a base. Maybe it just has a section of a base that's similar to one that you've done before, and if you know how to take out that section, that translates beyond just the general or another base that we've covered. It's actually learning, okay, here's how you deal with this opposition or with this setup of defenses or with this trap placement. That's what I want you guys to learn. And then once you truly learn it, there will be no need to go back and reference an old attack. There'll be no reason to, because the base you're looking at, whether it be one that's exactly identical, you'll know you might improve on an attack that you saw because, hey, I know the reason why. I know why this was successful. And if you know that, then you might know the reason why something else, there's always a correction you can make. Every live attack I've done, even the really good ones, I've always said, hey, I would have done this differently. So I don't think regurgitating an attack and trying to mimic an attack is the best game plan. And to make it easier on you guys to do that, I think would be me hurting you as opposed to helping you get better, which is my goal. I hope this makes sense. It does in my brain. Hopefully it does in you guys, because I think it's accurate. I think you you would be I think you would agree if you thought about it, that taking the right steps and learning the attack as opposed to memorizing it, there'll be no need to go back and look, because then you, once you learn it, can look at that same base and break it down the same way the attacker did. The same way he came to that conclusion, you'll be able to. I hope you guys like this. I hope it helps. I hope it gives you something to think about, and when you're watching the attacks, maybe try to go a little deeper into not saying, oh yeah, that was an awesome attack. I'll try to remember where I saw that, and more of a, that was an awesome attack. Let me really study this, why it worked, why the attacker did what he did. Until next time, guys, Jake from One Hive doing my best to help you guys suck less.